my darling. Walk with me in the dark green fields, our hands open to the damp soft wind, our eyes laughing to the song of our bodies. Over the morning mist hills, come walk with me, my darling.
To which of thee, grave hand bespoke, to mind thy mind, beholden to the task?
Alas, which all bespoke too late to heed. The dawn's strife-ridden dale, and down the sundry path we dwell.
Death laid a mark upon her cheek.
Someone will hold my hand and we will stand on a moonlight hill. A schooner will glide o'er a white moon path. A beacon will flash and a sea wind will blow. Some night someone will hold my hand and we will run down a moonlit hill. The clouds will streak the moon, the noctiluco will shine, stars in the cup of our hand. Some night someone will hold my hand and we will walk on a moonlit strand. The waves will rush in, the tide will ride high, the sea wind will blow, and someone will hold my hand.
slowly come round, leering haunches. They spoke the vile bruising and breathe fleshy air. Queer, queer, queer. Kiss me, fool. Go, get out, be a stranger.
Sleepwalk through bright lights, through crowded dark passageways, in hot caves where water drips and tangles my hair. Through water, water and night, to orange moons and lavender trees. Sleepwalk, sleepwalk, sleepwalk.
Deeper. Slower. Softer. Lower.
On the edge of noise is the void, for the noise is so loud, only the void can hear it. on the edge of the cliff of Innisfree, the furthest to the west of the Aran Islands in Galway Bay, Ireland, is a fortress built in concentric hemicycles by the Celtic tribe, the Fir Bolg, who lived there long ago. The name of the fortress is Dun Aungasa, Fort Angus, Angus the king and the god of love. The edge of the cliff is called Ansundakwach, the blind sound. Not sound as in what can be heard, but sound as in a body of water. Beyond the cliff to the west lies the land of eternal youth. River of my young soul, the mist of nights is over me. Nowhere I am, alone, alone in the Dublin town. The Leith is wells opaque to the sea, and in the faces that pass I seek you. To the wilds of Donegal I went to find your childhood, to breathe the heath air of your youth. Only a bog and turf heaped, I sought you on the rocky coast, where seas crashed white and angry on the cliffs, along the narrow road where you had wandered, caught inside you. The cold windy morning on the road to Connemara, the leaking thatch, the scratching chickens, you were not there. And in that timeless sea grey into sky, the echo of my call came silent on the wind. I thought perhaps you were in Galway, by the canal, the fishmongers and the tinkers, and in the bars the young men, but not you. And even on the meadow pier, beyond the Spanish Arch, where nights of dawn and tide rush brought you close, only the swans of Corrib, drifting and dipping in stately tranquility. I wander to Killarney, ruins of the gales to wrap me in the fern and dripping quiet, mist and dark green rain to swallow my empty car. Glendalough and Monk's Tower and Monk's Church deep in their past, among the looming hills, and I as aged as they. Into the Wicklow Mountains, dark, dark, into a mist so deep, I could not see the sheep that bleated by the road. I could not see where any road would end. River of my young soul, the mist of nights is over me. Nowhere I am, alone, alone in Dublin town. The Lethe swells opaque to the sea, and to my call an echo on the I met a man yesterday, Camille Gwenatri. He is very small. His twisted hands remain crossed over his chest. His head is supported by a metallic loop that extends beyond the back of his wheelchair. From his half-reclining position, he can watch a small screen attached to the arm of the wheelchair. He can also orient the screen and move the chair forward and back, but I don't know how. This morning, he will perform at the international festival, La Muga Kaola. In the festival brochure, one can see a picture of his emaciated, naked body, his twisted hands on his hips, his normal, friendly, cute face. Ecce homo. I talked with him yesterday. One must approach one's ear quite closely to hear his soft voice. But his hearing isn't impaired. He said he'd been performing for 5 years already. And the most welcoming place was Potsdam, Poland. Poland. Tadeusz Kantor, Krakow. Malgosia Butterwick and Zbigniew Warpoczowski, Warsaw. And Viktor Ullmann, Auschwitz, Poland. Sing me a song and tell me where you've been. Turn my chains to silver beads and wash me in the sunlight of your eyes. Wrap your wings around me and carry me through the night, and I'll be yours forever. I asked Camille how he'd gotten into performance. He said that he'd started with writing, but since he can't sit still, he decided that movement and the body were his expressive modes. I had noticed in the small village square in front of the communal hall how he motored forward and back and around in circles, varying his perspective. Oh. Camille was born in Tunisia, but now he lives in Toulouse and is assisted by 5 auxiliaries that rotate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are there to keep him alive, to feed him and take him to bed, and dress him, and take him to the van, and follow his instructions. Camille's the boss, and he's running his career. I asked one of the assistants how that worked. Social Security? Special treatment? Simon said that Languedoc-Roussillon was rich and had a budget for the handicapped, and perhaps that had determined Camille's place of residence. I asked Simon how he got the job. He said he was a musician but was interested and had studied the visual arts and had answered an ad for an aide interested in performance. I had noticed yesterday how the other aide prepared Camille for lunch. His careful, gentle, methodical gestures to raise the chair, to cross Camille's hands higher on his chest, to take off the tablet across the chair. I turned my eyes away when I saw what was happening. But later I saw Ben give Camille a sip of beer. So I just saw Camille's performance. One of the assistants broke 2 eggs, separated the whites from the yolks, carefully put each yolk back in its half shell, and whipped up the whites. Then Camille motored to the end of the hall and back, and then I saw that one of his minuscule inward-turned hands can manipulate a handle that maneuvers the chair. Then Ben took the bowl of whipped whites and held it over Camille's head. They remained there, stiff and immobile, like the halo of a saint, like a fluffy cloud. Then he scooped out 2 spoonfuls of egg white and tossed them on the floor, and then turned that tiny body onto its back, on top of the egg whites. Something is crushed. Then he took a stool and he put it over Camille's body and stood on it and raised his hands and began to unravel a skein of blue wool, the end of which Camille began to chew. The wool circled down over Camille's face and neck, which were soon covered with this blue seaweed, as if he were returning to the state of a fish. Then he took one of the egg yolks and put it in the middle of the yarn on top of Camille's face, like an egg in a nest, but a broken egg that had not been fertilized or was waiting to be. Then he lifted the nest off of Camille's face, put it aside, and dragged the body by the legs through the sand. Because I forgot to tell you that before that he'd taken off his glasses and poured sand on his feet. And then one heard the sound of waves, because we were by the seashore. And that's how the seaweed turned up, the blue seaweed. So there he is in the sand, without the egg nest. And then he pulled him by the legs through the sand. The body made a path through the sand. The borders became progressively lower and thinner. And then he turned Camille onto one side, and he took the other egg yolk and he put it in Camille's upturned ear. And then he scooped out the remaining whites and put them into a plastic pouch with a nipple on the end, like pastry makers use to adorn cakes. And extending from the yolk, he drew rays, like the petals of a daisy, like the rays of a sun. And then he turned him onto the other side, onto the side with the egg yolk in the ear, with the daisy rays, the sun rays. And then he scooped out the egg stuff from beneath that ear. He scooped it out and he threw it on the floor. He took out the egg stuff and cast it on the floor. And then he turned him onto his back and he lifted him up and he went off, and one could see on the back of the white ironed button-down shirt the muck that had accumulated on the wet spot left by the egg whites, plus a few cigarette butts or some such stuff that had accumulated as the body was dragged through the sand. into a pleat of time yesterday. At least I thought that that's what one might be. Not a revelation of self, but of time and place. I was by a path along the little river, the Muga, in Catalonia, in the foothills of the Pyrenees. I was there, but that place had been there forever, sort of, and would be there throughout the night, and so on. She's like a swallow, as dark as the moon. Oh, catch me!
No.
Over and over, a dream. Into the water. Let the water wash colors into my brain. Over the shadows. I bring you, bring you. Oh, sleepy valley, catch me in the early morning, rising down the waterway. Oh, darling, swing into my golden arms. Slip down a wondrous path into you.
Dark, slithering into the bedroom, once more over. Hold me.
Dring, dring. Slip down a wondrous curve into my hollow ankle. Roll into the bowl of desire. Only your fingers touching my lips. Sweet you, round the table, through the mountain, under the monkey, over the wind. Paint me pink.
And let the saliva run into your dark green center.
Take me down the spiral staircase of desire. I will.
And I will not. There is no place.
Fly Between the lattices of your brain, higher or lower than desire, find a path, let it trickle down through the woodwork. Oh, Daddy, won't you do it? Oh, Daddy, won't you do it? Oh, Daddy, won't you do it again? Take me by the hand and lead me to the water and wash me in the water again. Take me by the hand and lead me to the water and wash me in the water again. Oh, Daddy, won't you do it? Oh, Daddy, won't you do it? Oh, Daddy, won't you do it again? Take me by the hand and lead me to the water and wash me in the water again. Take me by the hand and lead me to the water and wash me in the water again. Oh, do da da do da, do da do da, ooh da do da da da, ooh da da do da, boop da do da, do da da. Take me by the hand and lead me to the water and wash me in the water again. I mixed with the fishes, the birds and the seaweed, like Orion on the dolphin's back. Higher than the night, further than the sun, a rocket.
An electrical fuse that bursts every morning before I open my eyes. I can't look at you anymore. I'm sick of your eyes.
I'm flying.
And I'm lying in the sheets beside the wallpaper.
Oh, dust of the universe, receive me. She's sealed into a bolted down box.
No! There is no place. Boneless. Soulless.
Take me, whoever you are, and wrap me round. And let the colors dissolve into the water. I drink the water, drink the colors, and poison myself with your colors. What is love but to enter into you and you into me?
No. There is not enough space in the universe for both of us.
My body misses your body. Spiral of sorrow, I will slip along your polished curve into a pool of dark water. Spiral of sorrow, when will she come again and whisk me away to the valley of death and desire? My colors despair into the water. A broken wing, an oiled bird, a whining dog left on a chain. I cannot shrink my head and slip into the pearly darkness. When will she come again? Must I stand here forever, waiting, waiting, waiting?
Broken dog! Gutted ship! Anchor in mud! Guano! Cracked egg! Rotten fish! Tag on pants! Levi's was here! Painted eyelid! Pasted on wall! Dried skin! There is no one left here but you!
Again, I will go down to that dark place if I must. I will go there alone, and I will come back alone if you will not come with me. Believe me, I will leave you there. If you do not come towards me, I will leave you there. I have left you there. I am not going back. I have been there. You know I was there. I was there with you. You touched my soul. I touched your soul. We were an egg. The current turned in circles. Circles. Circles in both ways. Up your back, into your brain. Down your arms and through your legs. It was going through you and going through me. You can come with me if you want. I'll show you the path. I'm stronger now. I found my roots. I'm not going back. And I'll only grow taller and stronger and thicker and darker and brighter and thinner and greater and smaller. And my leaves will grow wide and fall in the autumn with all their colors and be covered by the thick snow and mold into the earth. And in the spring they will come again, and in the summer they will bloom again. I am a young oak tree. I am Orlando. The water, the grass, the leaves. I'll send my roots to hell. You can follow them if you want. You can follow my big toe. It's stretching down towards you. And I will look back. I am a bird in my branches, the wind and the tree. You can rest in my branches. I am a young oak tree, the schooner, the whale, the seaweed, the sunken treasure chest. And I will be there at 8:30. I'll say everything. And if you don't want to listen, I won't say anything.
Tower of Babel. 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 Babel.
So what? The trucks go by and the trains and the underground and the trees and the dreams, and they all make their own noise. They all have their own space. You can't go around it. You have to go through it.
The trains run through me. The metal runs through me. Your brains run run through me.
So sit down. Take it easy. Take acid. Take grass. Take mushrooms. Take anything. But stay out there. You think you can raise the jungle? You'll only die from carbon monoxide. The only way through the jungle is to become a pig. Huh? She's going over and down. Through the latticework, into the waves.
I can hear you.
Huh? Washing into the water.
My dreams are so loud.
Oh? Into the water.
Into the sunlight, where I can feel the moonlight on the nape of my neck.